Gemini has a new create image feature that is a game changer for storyboarding. You can pitch a very simple story with one single prompt, and it gives you back a grid with all the visual frames that you need to take it to video. Let's go through the workflow first, and at the end, I will give you my conclusion and some final tips. First, you need a high-quality reference image to set the style. Now, this is mine. It's just a man sitting on a subway. On Gemini, you need to go to Tools and then go to Create Image. What we want is to drag and drop the first image or the subject that you will be using. This is your anchor image. Gemini will base all the instructions of your main story on this subject. So yeah, it is important. Now we just need to paste the prompt. And I know it's a very long prompt. If you want a PDF with the prompt and everything else I'm going to be using on this video, comment prompt down below and I will send you the link. Nonetheless, the prompt, it's super programmatic. We are just letting Gemini know what we want to get back. We are saying that we want to base everything on the attached image, then to follow everything on our custom story, respect the 9x9, create a mix, and be creative with all the shots that we get back. The image grid that we should be getting back needs to follow a 4-beat story. We ask to be consistent and realistic. And to finish, we provide the output grid specifications, and we ask for a text prompt for each of the frames in the grid. So yeah, we should be getting this 9x9 type of image. But also for each of the frames, I want a text response or text prompt so I can take that to video. One thing I need to mention is that if you use this with the thinking mode, it will work much better. The fast works, but sometimes it forgets things. Before we run it, we need a story. This is my story. A man is on a subway going to the school. Then the subway breaks and stops. Therefore, he has to walk. This story has a pretty big fail. I'm missing the resolution. Even though it's a very simple story, Gemini will try to do its best to give us what we want. The only thing we need to do now is just to run the prompt. Once we get a response back, we can see we have the text prompt for every single grid. And at the end, we will be getting that grid. If you click on it, and we get this 9x9 grid. First, the man is on the subway. Then, it's late. Something happens. We see a close-up of what is going on, and then, oh my god, this cannot be happening. Then he sees a door, and then on the next shot, he's like, instead of getting down the subway, he's like just like jumping in. That's something that we can fix later. But then on the next shot, he finds an exit and he goes to school. So Gemini, it's not finishing the whole sequence with him arriving to the school. That's why when you provide this story, you need to follow the rules of creating a 4-beat story. But that's fine. I'm going to give you a couple of tips in a minute. Nonetheless, we cannot argue that Gemini is doing a great job in maintaining the story and the subject consistency. Now you need to take this to video, and you will need the frames in high resolution. Right now, we just don't have it. We have one single image with all the different frames. We need a way to extract each frame. How can you extract grids? Well, you can do it on Gemini or you can do it on Nano Banana. I'm going to show you both. What you need is this grid, the one that we will be using as an attached image. And then on a very conversational way, you ask extract from the attached image the cell number 2 as a full resolution 16:9 image, maintain details and consistency. You cannot run one single prompt and extract all the different grids. You need to do them one by one. In this case, I want to extract the cell number 2. Okay, so we get it back and it looks awesome. This is kind of new in Nano Banana and the servers are just suffering a little bit. It took a while to create this one. Like I mentioned, you might need to try it multiple times until you get what you want. I'm going to try again. I get it back now and it's of course much better and consistent with the reference. Now you just need to repeat the same process. The thing is that Gemini has a limit for generations. If you have a Pro or Ultra account, your limits are higher and the extraction is just much faster. Still, if you have a Google account, you can take this grid to Google Flow and ask Nano Banana to extract the different frames. And I'm just going to do that. On Google Flow, I am on a new project. I will go right here at the top and upload the grid. Once you have your grid, just drag and drop as an ingredient. Make sure that you're using Nano Banana Pro or Nano Banana 2 and then paste the same prompt. Once we get it back, we can confirm the consistency. It's pretty good. And I can say it worked much faster right here on Flow. And on top of that, if you have a Pro or Ultra account, you have no limits. So it is much better to do it on Flow. Once you have all the different frames, you just need to create the sequence. And if you remember on our first request, Gemini gave us the description or what we need to prompt to create the motion. You just need to copy the scene details and you need to use a service that supports frames. In this case, I will be using Google Flow. Go to video, then frames, 16:9, and I will use VO 3.1 fast. You just paste and you drag as a starting frame. And that's pretty much it. Since working with frames is a pretty standard function, you can do this on Flow, you can do this on Higgsfield, or on FreePick, you name it. And that's it. You just repeat the same process for all the different frames. Things to consider when providing the first frame to Gemini: ensure the subject's face and clothing are visible. The more visual detail you provide, the higher the quality of the resulting grid. It makes sense. If you provide a crappy image, you will be getting a crappy result. That's just one thing. Are the text prompts for the final video awesome? No, of course they're not, but still you can just copy the text and take it to video, and you shouldn't have any problem. My recommendation for you is to use them as a starting point. They really need a bit of human touch. You can go to the main prompt that we used, the main instructions, and ask for something, a lot more cinematic and complete. But in my opinion, it's just much better to take the grid, see what we get back, and then analyze the different scenes and make the scenes better and add our own style. The final tip: if you want the grid to stay consistent, you need to keep the story simple. This works best when you have a concise 4-beat type of structure. If you don't know what the 4-beat is, well, it's super simple. You have the introduction, which is pretty much the first frame, then the incident, which means that something happens. Then on the climax, the subject will take an action and try to fix the problem, and the number 4 is the resolution. If you try to write an entire Bible on the prompt, the grid will end up being a little bit disjointed. Try to keep it concise and focused. And just to finish, I have to give you my conclusion or my opinion. Is this the absolute best way to make a film? No, of course not. It doesn't replace your work and the detail of creating every single image one by one. But if you need something to move fast, well, this is incredible. You're still the director here. Gemini is just providing the starting point. If a frame doesn't look right, you can ask Gemini to change it for you, or maybe when you go to Flow, instead of extracting this frame, for example, that I didn't like, I can just create a different one. Nonetheless, if you need a fast workflow, well, you got it. If you like this video and you learned something new, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Don't be a stranger.